Almost good afternoon, everybody. This is Joyce Spencer Mintz coming to you live. Okay, so I just wanted to stop by because we were starting to do our broadcast on Friday nights on YouTube. And I know some people are looking for the usual format. However, we're coming in a different aspect. So, if you have not been able to reach us, I'm going to ask you to go over to my YouTube channel and like and subscribe and follow us there. Um, Wanted to come in right now and just give a little tidbit on what we're going to be talking about this weekend. So, we know Good Friday is coming up. We know everybody's doing the Holy Week, or, I haven't seen a lot of that going on. People posting that, and I'm really glad because to me, every day you should be holy, not just one week. Every day you should care about someone, not just because it's a special day of the season that everybody recognize. Every day is an opportunity to share life, to embrace something different, to help someone who may be down on their luck, and also be a witness to Christ. Help someone who does not know Christ as their Savior, who may be looking for some inspiration or spiritual guidance. Perhaps you can help them with that. So let's not just make holidays our special time of the year that we bear witness to what God has done in our lives. And I have titled this subject that we're going to talk about on Friday, What You Don't See. Because I come to you and broadcast live all the time. Some of my closest friends are aware and some are not. That actually I'm legally blind. So a lot of times things that are going on here, I don't even see. I don't see in the physical, but I see in the spiritual. And so we are about to embark on a new program. And I've asked my daughter to come in, and hopefully she will bear witness with me. And we're going to do some real talk. And when I say real talk, we're going to talk about some things in our personal life that might help you or someone else not only to do better, to be better, but do better. And we always say that because it's important, that we keep our truth. Our truth is our truth. No one can take that away. And so I think it's about that time that we truly get down to the nitty gritty and share some things about our life in reality. Because when you see us, you may think, oh, they got this going on, they got that going on. But I'm going to tell you, if not for the love of God in our life and trusting in Him, um, I don't know where we would be. Being a caregiver, it's a difficult situation. Being a mom or a parent or a spouse with someone who has a disability, it's a great responsibility. Now, I don't know how many of you out here are actually taking care of loved ones or just healthcare industry. But when it comes to being a caregiver for someone you really love, I'm going to tell you there are challenges, and it only takes the love of God in your heart to be able to do that because there are some things that are required of you that even people on a pay scale would not be willing to do. You have to be willing to make those sacrifices. You have to be able to love somebody more than you love yourself. And that's the way I feel about my children, all of them. I feel like, and I come to you also because we have our nonprofit, my daughter's house. We always do a chat group called Recovery in You. Always work your recovery. Always understand that you are never ever beyond or above other people that you see struggling with recovery because you may not realize that at some point in time in your life you had those same issues or struggles. So it's important not to just point your finger at those people. And the same thing I say to people with disabilities. You want to know something that really pissed me off, and I'm going to say that, Lord, help me. Um, it frustrates me is that people have such an insensitive a lack of concern when it comes to people with disabilities. When my daughter first started struggling with MS, and she and I used to ride to the store. First, we didn't know what it was, but she was having a problem walking. And then there came a time where she had to use a chair, and we would go to the store. And what used to make me so angry was every time I pulled up to the Walmart, there was someone in the handicap parking who didn't belong there, who had physical legs to walk in the store, who had the ability to get where they needed to go, but yet and still they hovered over those handicap parking spaces. It does not kill us who can walk to take that walk. Actually, it might be a little healthy for you. Take that walk across the parking lot, park a little bit further. But what you don't do is take the spaces that are allocated for people who truly have issues. And you may not know what that issue is because they may look like they're so healthy. Oh, why she's sitting on that scooter chair? But you don't know her circumstance. You don't know the situation. You are just looking at what you see on the outside. And that used to make me so frustrated and angry that I had to actually, before we would go shopping at the store, I would have to call the store. And just so happened, God bless me, where I knew a young man that actually worked in the department of getting the cards and the electronic cards. And I always would tell him ahead of time, well, we're coming to the store. Can you please set aside or reserve a cart for my daughter? Because one thing I used to have to do when someone had taken all those spaces or taken the carts and they really didn't need them because they were riding around with their kids on the cart or whatever, um, we would actually have to leave the store. And I'd have to pick another day to come back until I could find parking or adequate electrical chairs to get her in and out of the store to do what we just every day need to do. So, okay, that's the first tidbit that I'm giving you guys from this video. Stop parking in the handicap parks if you don't need it. Just because you have a sticker and you ride your grandmama or you ride someone else in your family and you don't have to walk and they're not with you, then please don't take those spaces because they are allocated for people that really do need them. Okay, that's my afternoon tidbit on no parking zone. Okay. Now, I'm going to get back to what you see and what you see and what you don't see. Because a lot of times people just look at you on the outside and they think you are so physically capable of doing this or doing that. And I say to you, let the spirit lead you in a lot of things. If you are led by the spirit, then you have a little sympathy. You can empathize with people more. You can understand that it's better for you to make a sacrifice and do right than to be judgmental on other people. So I don't want you to feel like I'm coming in judgment. All I am saying is if you are parking in a handicapped spot and you are able to get from point A to point B without the assistance of anything else, consider those people that cannot. Okay. So come to you live. I'm going to go ahead and sound out. I got something else to do. But I hope to see you on Friday in our Real Talk room. And so that we can begin our discussion. We're going to share some things, and hopefully, my daughter's going to open up about her struggles that she's having or have had to deal with MS. A lot of people think when you say MS, it's like, oh, it's a passing thing. Well, I tell you what, Multiple sclerosis is a very serious disease, and people who don't understand it who have not had to deal with loved ones with it, clearly you will be informed. And we're hoping to bring wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on real life situations of dealing with being blind and having MS. So we got a double hitter. I'll see you Friday night, 7:30. All right, on Joyce's Journey on my YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and follow. I'm Joyce Spencer Mintz, signing out. Now, I hope you guys are having a great afternoon.